Imagine standing at the very center of the world, where ancient civilizations once gazed upon the same snow-capped peaks that pierce the morning mist today. Ecuador, a land where four worlds collide in perfect harmony. The Amazon exhales life into eastern lowlands, while the Pacific whispers tales of ancient seafaring cultures. Between them, the Andes rise like sleeping giants, their volcanic peaks crowned with eternal snow. This nation, smaller than Colorado, contains more biodiversity per square mile than anywhere else on Earth. Here you can breakfast with hummingbirds in cloud forests, lunch at the equator, and dine watching sunsets paint volcanic peaks in impossible shades of gold. Today, I'll take you through Ecuador's most breathtaking destinations, each one a chapter in a story written by volcanoes, carved by time, and painted by cultures thriving here for millennia. Rising like a perfect cone from the Andean plateau, Cotopaxi stands as one of the world's highest active volcanoes at 19,347 feet. Its snow-crowned peak watching over Paramo grasslands, where wild horses roam and condors ride thermal currents on 10-foot wingspans. Indigenous peoples believed it was the throne of gods, and standing in its shadow beneath skies so vast they swallow the horizon, you'll understand why. At sunrise, when first light kisses Cotopaxi's glaciated peak, the entire landscape glows with ethereal light that transforms volcanic slopes into a canvas painted in rose gold and amber. Nestled where the Andes meet the Amazon, Baños is Ecuador's adventure capital, wrapped in mystical mist rising from thermal springs heated by nearby Tungurahua volcano. The town's name means baths of holy water, where locals have healed in mineral-rich waters since pre-Columbian times. The famous Nariz Del Diablo waterfall thunders with such force that locals believed it was spirits speaking from the underworld. Adventure seekers come to swing at the end of the world, a rope swing dangling over a 1,000-foot abyss with the Andes stretching endlessly beyond, where adrenaline and tranquility dance in perfect balance. The most dramatic train ride in South America winds down a near vertical cliff in switchbacks so steep they defy physics. This engineering marvel, carved in the early 1900s by workers who risked everything, descends 1,600 feet in just 12 kilometers through terrain so treacherous it earned its devilish name. The train moves with deliberate precision, backing down sections then switching forward, like a mechanical dance with gravity as landscapes shift from highland Paramo to subtropical valleys, each turn revealing vistas unchanged for centuries. In Quito's colonial heart, cobblestone streets wind between Baroque churches whose golden altars once dazzled Spanish conquistadors. This UNESCO World Heritage City sits at 9,350 feet, making it one of the world's highest capitals, where indigenous markets spill with textiles woven using techniques passed down through generations. Stand at the Mitad del Mundo monument, with 1 foot in each hemisphere, literally straddling the equator, where ancient peoples worship the sun. As evening falls, surrounding volcanoes emerge from mist like sleeping giants, their snow-covered peaks glowing silver in moonlight. Ecuador's largest city pulses with tropical energy along the Guayas River, where the Malacon waterfront comes alive at sunset, with iguanas basking on park benches as if they own the place. In Las Peñas neighborhood, colorful colonial houses climb hillsides like a painter's palette, each telling stories of pirates, poets, and revolutionaries. The river carries dreams toward the Pacific, reflecting skyscrapers beside colonial churches where centuries of prayers have worn stone steps smooth, while salsa music drifts from waterfront cafes where couples dance beneath swaying palms. Cuenca's red-tiled roofs and cobblestone plazas create colonial elegance. This UNESCO city renowned for Panama hat weavers, whose intricate craft originated here, not Panama. The Tomebamba River flows through the center, its banks lined with ancient Inca stones supporting colonial buildings, creating a touchable timeline where pre-Columbian masonry meets Spanish Baroque. Flower markets burst with blooms painted by gods. Sunset roses, jewel-like orchids, and birds of paradise stretching toward Andean sky, with petals so vivid they hurt your eyes with beauty. In the misty realm where Andes descend toward the Pacific, Mindo exists in perpetual twilight. This cloud forest sanctuary hosts over 500 bird species, including dozens of hummingbirds materializing from mist like living jewels. Some no larger than bumblebees, others with iridescent throats, flashing emerald and ruby in filtered sunlight. Orchids bloom in impossible colors while waterfalls thunder through forests so lush they feel primordial, their mist creating rainbows dancing between trees. Here, every breath tastes of life itself, heavy with oxygen and sweet perfume of 1,000 flowering plants. 600 miles off Ecuador's coast, volcanic islands rise from Pacific depths like Genesis chapters, where evolution writes its story in real time. Giant tortoises lumber across lava fields with geological patience. Marine iguanas dive into turquoise waters like prehistoric dragons, and blue-footed boobies perform ancient courtship dances unchanged since before humans walked Earth. These islands inspired Darwin's theory, continuing to reveal nature's secrets, where finches tell adaptation stories written in bone and feather, where penguins swim in equatorial waters while hammerhead sharks patrol depths in silent schools. Every Saturday, the Andes come alive with South America's most vibrant indigenous market. In Otavalo's Plaza de los Ponchos, Quechua-speaking vendors display textiles carrying patterns older than the Inca Empire. Their geometric designs encoding ancestral wisdom. Air fills with fresh bread scents, exotic fruits, and wood smoke carrying generations of prayers. Families trading here for generations continue traditions connecting them to ancestors, while musicians with wooden flutes create mountain melodies as surrounding peaks of Imbabura and Cotopaxi stand like silent guardians. At an ancient volcano summit, a crater lake mirrors sky in turquoise shades too vivid for reality. The Quilotoa Loop trek winds through indigenous villages where time moves to traditional rhythms. Llamas grazing volcanic slopes as children in hand-woven clothing tend flocks their great-grandparents would recognize. This circular Andes journey reveals Ecuador's soul. Adobe houses, earth-colored, smoky kitchens where women grind corn on ancestral stones, faces weathered into maps of endurance and grace. At sunset, when the crater lake becomes a sky mirror reflecting clouds and stars, you understand why this loop is Ecuador's heart. Ecuador is more than a destination. It's a revelation awakening something primal in the soul, where every sunrise paints Andes in gold and every sunset reflects in crater lakes formed by fire and time. From Galápagos, evolutionary wonder, to highland market cultural richness, Ecuador transforms travelers into storytellers. If this journey has stirred your wanderlust, don't let that feeling fade. Hit the like button if you're ready to pack for Ecuador, subscribe for more hidden gems, and share with someone who deserves to discover South America's best-kept secret. Your next adventure calls from the roof of the world. Ecuador waits to write its story on your heart.